I came into this whole project with a belief that I didn't want to be afraid of ambition. I didn't want to be afraid to dream big. I wanted to try. Because I think as an artist, sometimes ambition can feel like it can take you away from your integrity. But with this record, I just had this desire to shoot for the moon.
You know you break what you treasure. I try to do.
Ignorance being 5, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's 5 years. Everything about that record felt like a real lightning strike. I still can't quite fathom how much that record struck a nerve and all the ways that my life changed because of it. No record is ever what you remember it being like. You know, the record I thought I was making at the time is not the record I made, and it's better for it. My idea for the record was broken disco record. I thought I wanted it to be like a dance record. That's what I was thinking about. And of course it does not come across that way, but this was the first time I put a band together for a record. A lot of the people on the record now are collaborators and people I know really well, but at the time of making the record, I really didn't know any of these people that well. And it was also the first time I'd worked with people who were more trained and like had a jazz background, which almost everyone on the record except me has. I often felt kind of intimidated because I'm not a jazz person, I'm not trained. I kind of bring this outsider perspective. I definitely felt excited when I first jammed with the band. I have a few voice memos that I remember listening to and just being so excited by because there was just so much power in the room. And in terms of Marcus, it felt like a risk pretty much until we got in the studio and I realized that he was doing all of this work directing emotions in the room, and he was just a really good conductor for such a big cast of characters. Robert was a total surprise in all ways because it was a 2-chord drum with a bunch of lyrics, which I hadn't even really settled on. There were other songs that we'd actually like worked on and we worked out an arrangement, and with Robert we were just like, I don't know, it's a jam, we'll just play it in the studio and see what happens. It really was one of those lovely and exciting moments that has really guided me ever since, where sometimes when you go in with something that's only been loosely arranged, people just surprise you. But even then, it never occurred to me that anyone would want to put it out as a single, let alone the first single. The mirror suit always felt really integral to the record, and I'm not quite sure why it really makes an impression. I started making it in a hotel room. I went to Home Depot and bought the mirror and started cutting it up and affixing it to a suit. It was so laborious to make. I was still making it right up to the day we filmed the video. I was still gluing the little mirrors, barely finished it in time.
I have a CD player with 5 CDs, and yours has been #1 on the CD list ever since it came out.
As a musician, you've had these milestones in your mind, then one day it just all happens at once, yet it coincides with the time that you're not allowed to leave the house. There was the moment where they were like, Elton John wants to FaceTime you. And I was like, what? No big deal, you know.
The weather station.
We got the call to go do Jimmy Kimmel with very short notice. It was like a week out. It was such a trip. It was so fun to do it. The Tiny Desk is, I shot all those videos at my mom's house where I grew up in the country. So the Tiny Desk video and the Robert video are take place 100 feet apart from each other. It was basically how far an extension cord can run from the house. Being asked by The Guardian or something about how I felt about, being quoted in Naomi Klein's book, that blew me away. There were just so many moments where I just felt like something I had said had entered the collective consciousness and was making a subtle ripple somewhere, and that was so cool. It was just such a shock to realize there were all these people out there in the world listening to this record when I had no tactile understanding of that. I couldn't play a show. I didn't see people with my own eyes.
I should get all this
The first time we got to play any of these songs live, we were playing Pitchfork Festival in Chicago. We were so excited to play an actual show. And then it was this tragic situation where Johnny Spence, who was playing keys, got to the US border. There was some obscure regulation and he wasn't allowed to enter. And we were like, we thought we went through everything. So it was so devastating to lose a band member on that first tour that we had. But Pitchfork Festival was such an exciting moment. I just felt, we all felt like we'd been like let out of a cage. Like we were really on fire. It's one of those really, really awesome memories that I'll keep with me for a long time. It's still happening where I'll be in Germany, I'll be in Sweden, and somebody will come and talk to me about what that record meant to them. I felt like I found my community in this funny way of people who felt the way I did about a lot of things. People who had felt this heaviness and wanted to have it expressed. It was just so interesting to be so honest in public, emotionally, and then have that be so received. It's just so meaningful. It's like, what could be more meaningful than having done that or doing that for people? Because that's what music has done for me. 5 years later, it's still so relevant, frustratingly, and it is like a heavy record, but it has this like joy to it. The love on that record that I'm trying to express. I'm still trying to say that stuff. You try to make things that will be memorable and make people think, and then it just is so rare that actually happens.